Hello, Gemini. This is your July forecast here with the Tarot, and it looks like you have a good spread here this month. A couple of small things that we will be pinpointing, but your reading starts out with making plans here for a short trip. We're not necessarily saying that it is a long trip, like a 2 to 3 week type trip. It's more like it could be a few days where you're focusing on wanting to go to a specific place. So this is good. Travel plans coming up. It could be made as early as there towards the end of June. But as we start out July here, this is when I'm seeing that action is going to take place. Financially this month, not too much to say. I can't really see that there's any big shifts, one way or the other. What I do see, though, is stability, and that's always a good thing. You know what you have, what is coming in, and what is going out. Some money, though, here is being put aside, probably here due to this trip or this journey. Now, also, there is some cooperation, and I feel it has to do with somebody you're close to. And I see how the two of you, whether this is male or female, doesn't really show what it's showing. It's like this partnership type energy where you're going to be discussing perhaps a new direction or new possibilities that can come in. And that will allow you to actually turn a page here financially. So this should be exciting. Now, somewhere it looks like for a lot of you, and of course it can't be for all of you because this is a general reading for all of you Geminis, but what does show up here and worth mentioning is that there is news of either an engagement or a marriage. So there could be a wedding coming up, and some of you might be the one being proposed to or will be proposing. Others of you may now be receiving some kind of invite or news of somebody getting married, or attending a wedding. So it's all good. I'm seeing all this communication. It's happy, it's jovial, it's celebratory. So wonderful. Good for you. When it comes to the home environment, there could be a few thoughts going on here, and it has to do with a specific situation. Now I see a female. So whoever she might represent for you individually, for some of you it could be a daughter, for others it could be a mother or a sister, but a family member female here is trying to work through something. And I feel she's been having a few worries due to this, and you might just be the one that she's going to turn to so you guys can talk it through and maybe come to some kind of direction, conclusion, or whatnot. I see that you can be very close. So this is good. This is good. Now, when it comes to your own creativity, self-expression, Gemini, here this month, I really see that you can put the pedal to the metal and really come up with a brainstorm of thoughts and ideas and creative expression, concepts. And you will be speaking to a male. Now, this male is very creative and artsy and intuitive also. And through some communication with him, and you might be running through these concepts with him to get his feedback, and pick his brain. And I feel that you really look up to, respect this man for his abilities. So his word is gold, right? And I do see, will be picking and choosing between the concepts that you're coming from and pointing out what really does have a lot of viability and could hold future promise. Now, your day-to-day schedule, I feel July is opening up something on your timeline. I see that you're able to step back a little bit. So definitely vacation month. I do see some of you took some vacation in June, some will be taking it there in August. But for you right here, what I'm seeing is there's this pause. And in this pause, it's a breakaway from the hammer down type mentality of your brain, your mind, constantly focusing on work, getting ahead, and so forth. You know, the daily grind. Here I'm seeing that in this pause, in this break, this is what is really going to allow you to start thinking in these creative concepts, to think outside of the box because your mind is so freed up from the day-to-day routine. I see that you're loving it because you know why, Gemini? You're just a person who has this beautiful mindset where you're curious about most things in life, right? And then you research it and then you look it up and you're wanting to know more about this and wanting to know more about that. And so in that, you have such a beautiful mind to embrace all of these concepts within yourself. And here this month, you can put it to use with something that's outside of the daily grindstone, should I say, where all energy is focused towards work. And I love this. I love it because you're going to come across something that you can come to do in the future. You may not necessarily have to act upon it right away, right now, but definitely worth, putting it down in your notebook so you don't forget it. So when you do have time, you can pick it up, process it, and expand upon it. I see that you're going to love it. When it comes to relationships this month, for those of you in a relationship, I see it being beautiful. There's a certain level of intensity coming in. There's joy. There is mutual, should I say, depth, meaning. Conversations that you're going to be having with your significant other this month is really going to hit the spot where it needs to go. Now, we always want to address those of you who are single. What about you guys? Well, then just pay attention to whatever communications you're having with somebody close to you, even if it isn't a romantic partner, but it could be somebody you work with closely, one-on-one. And if you are longing for a relationship, then you can expect that to intensify because the energy is intense in this area here of your reading here for July. Then I'm feeling some of you might now be pocketing some money that you've been waiting for. I think that's how I can see it because the past is showing up. I see some money and it's something you should have had a while back. Maybe it's been delayed or offset or whatnot. And that could be coming back around, at least as far as some news about it. But if for some of you, it could also be concrete that it will be coming. So as far as work, career this month, well, it's more a month for you to step back, chill, relax, and slow down. I'm seeing that for those of you still needing to work this month, even you might just feel like, okay, you're doing what you need to do, but there's really this feeling and wanting to just have a little bit more fun this month. So you may go to work, but you're going to be spending more time on activities that you find pleasure in doing. So work is just stable, just like your money and income sector too. Not too many changes here as far as career for July. Now here's two men showing up, Gemini. One is a fire sign, so Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. The other one is an air sign like yourself, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And of course, that is the energy that they emit. Doesn't really need to be that they're born in that sign, but hey, the fire sign person is going to run something by you that he's been wanting to bring up for some while. It looks like he's been just waiting for the right time, and it has something to do in the area of hopes and dreams, okay? So you have that. The second one, I feel that there is a choice around him, so that could be a little surprising the way that is going to materialize. Maybe you're the one here
been going back and forth whether to do this or that and engage him into something, but it has to do with research or study or something. So that's more on a practical note. It's definitely not anything here romantic, but it's more, I feel that maybe you're looking for some insights. This man can be very helpful for you. Then again, I just want to end up our reading here for this month on a great note. I'm saying that here towards the end of July, beautiful energy coming in. This is all about romance. Now we're talking romance, right? For those of you in a relationship, it's absolutely beautiful. Your relationship now is seemingly very strong, and I'm feeling it's taking you out of July into August in a way where you can feel that things are just going to start growing and expanding, and very, very enjoyable. For those of you single, I can only say, well, maybe, just maybe you might find somebody here by the month's end or coming in there early August, because where this reading ends, it is the beginning of the coming month, so August. So, but yeah, you have a lot to look forward to there. I feel the foundation is beautiful, and it's very, very balanced too. So this is what I had for you here now this month, Gemini. I will see you there in August. Bye now.